Okay, so we're back in the field where they're going to be putting the wetland mitigation site. Wetland mitigation is extremely important for the Colne Valley, as this is a huge wetland area with lakes, rivers, canal, and it's all above the Mid-Chilterns chalk aquifer, where 22% of London drinking water is abstracted. So let's see what they've got to say for themselves now. Can I say, this is the line of the footpath that I'm standing on, and as you can see, this is a public footpath which is actually still open to the public, and they're fencing down the middle of it. Well, they certainly don't have permission for that. So let's see if we can talk to them. Hello. Are you still in charge? Okay. Your fencing is in the wrong place, if I can say. I'm just trying to explain to this nice person here that the fencing's in the wrong place. This is the public footpath.
Yeah.
It hasn't been closed to the public. The public footpath, you see what you had before, you had huge vegetation both sides. This was the clear part, it was the public footpath. It's still a public footpath, it's not been closed to the public, and you're fencing right down the middle. That's incorrect. You can't do it.
I'll double check the measurements for work.
Well, you can see where the public footpath is. Because each side was huge vegetation. This was the only bit that was short vegetation. And that's why it's the only bit that survived your scourers.
I'll double check it, and if it's I'll move it in the morning.
You can't put this on the footpath. It can't go here.
There's still a clear path down the side, isn't there?
No, this is the public footpath. What you're talking about is mud each side. This is the public footpath. This was the only part of low vegetation because the council kept this clear. High vegetation was each side of the footpath. You are fencing down the majority of the public footpath. Not even the middle here. You've gone over to this side of the public footpath. It can't be correct. You thought so? I hope so. It's not much to ask.
Yeah, I've given a measurement.
Well, you can see it turned up the other side. This is a footpath, isn't it?
This is the footpath. That's the earth. That's the earth. It used to be vegetation and habitats. Now it's clear earth. This is the footpath. You can't put fencing on a footpath. Well, let's see if we can walk the footpath, because this
Well,
is
we can't, can we? It's blocked.
This is a public footpath.
Yeah.
It's owned by Hillingdon Council. The public rights of way is Hillingdon Council. They have not been closed, and the reason they've not been closed is because the wetland mitigation site has not been agreed upon, and that's in this end part of the field. And I can't stress enough, this used to have toads and all sorts of other animals in it that have been eradicated by HS2. Now let's try and walk the footpath. I mean, I'm sorry, but I've got to go off the footpath to walk the footpath. This is ridiculous. It's completely down the footpath. These measurements are coming right to the edge. This is HS2 taking the piss. Again.
As always.
And we can see the more people walk on this, the more muddy it will get, because there's no vegetation here. There's no roots to hold anything together. You can't. This is the public footpath. Oh, it's ridiculous. There's the public footpath. It's been fenced off. This is the wetland mitigation site that should be full of animals. If you'd have come last week, it would have been. They've been murdered, annihilated, irreversible damage. And we can see the whole of the public footpath, this section, unwalkable.
Are you following me?
Oh. Okay, well, another report for Hillingdon Council. I'd say come on down, public footpath officer.